Dude, that was forever ago. Also, hello everybody. Welcome to For Honor. When's the last time you saw me play this? 4 tries ago. By the way, those are old videos, so those are my old faces. Ah, okay. Uh, yes. I actually saw that video. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Voices are crazy, dude. I don't. I really don't. Have you heard her voice on Helium? There is a video on the internet of her voice with helium. If you thought her voice was high then, whoa. Anyway, I guess let me finish this intro, this very unorganized intro, by saying when I played For Honor, I only ever got 3 black steel, and I've only spent a little bit of money, mainly to get. I think I got some steel and the Griffin character, but I chose Griffin over Warmonger because Griffin is literally a mix of everybody, and I could prove that by just showing you his armor. Black steel characters are Centurion, Lawbringer, and Warden. I'm currently scrolling over those now. You'll see them shortly. Dude, it is one of the best medieval games, and it's made by Ubisoft. So, it has some broken things, but at the same time, it's not. They make some weird games, but this one was actually really well thought out. A lot of cultural differences. Plus, they even have like let's see, they have the Chinese, the Japanese, they have Viking, and the Knights. Plus, even during the entire campaign, it's very much cinematic, and it's a very beautiful game. Very well done. Yeah. It's called story mode, but they have a campaign. It's literally only 3 chapters. It's only 3 chapters. If you want, I can start by playing the campaign. The campaign? It's a good place for steel, which is kind of needed to get any character, usually 15,000. It could be better, is all I'm going to say. But it is a good story because literally the entire story is about one thing, but you see it from 3 sides. So, the Apollyon Wolves intend to. Yes, they're completely different chapters, but they're from different point of views. So, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. All of these are either based for the Apollyon Wolves or something where they're introduced. You said what? Yeah. Yes and no. They actually kind of converge while you're playing. So, like, the knights end up finding other knights and killing other knights, but they're different groups. It tells the story about how the character you play as the knights ends up becoming an Apollyon Wolf because he bested one of their better, similar wardens. If you want, I will play that entire mission just so you can get a gist. And I'm not, I'm fine with it because I need the steal. Hell, I'll do the entire campaign. You know what? Okay, I'll do the entire campaign on hard. Yeah, it's got some time. It's got some time before it's delayed, but I'm gonna do the campaign. I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah, so downfall with YouTube streaming service is that it has a huge delay and you can't fix it. Dude, do what you have to do.
That day I learned that I was serving the wrong warlord. Purvis Dog.
Ah, yeah,
They
I know what you're
detonated
talking
the
about.
Blackstone Legion and Holden Cross.
That's what it was called, the Blackstone Legion.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
Keep them off the walls. My lord.
I'm kind of being quiet for the
Break it down. Break it down.
Okay, so you're about 2 seconds behind. And now, here's comes me.
But I am a warden. I had a job to do.
You'll see me play really dirty against AI.
Blackstones were coming up the east wall.
Oh, here's the thing. I don't play against other players on here. That's how pathetic they are. Yes, I know how to play this game. Yeah, for real. No. Yes, yes, I do. I actually have his helmet in the game for Warden. I don't use it because there are better helmets. Like, aesthetically. That's a different game, dude. Close, but no cigar. I know what you're referring to, though. No, it's just like, beat your enemy. Yeah, you played this, you know, however many times. I can do block breaks. Yeah, which I mean, it helps me keep back on balance and everything. Not like I actually need to be balanced. Especially with a character I spent, 4 hours a day using. Come on, then. What is question? You're gonna ask me about a character, aren't you? My personal opinion, there's a couple different characters. If you're trying to do high speed, you're looking at assassins, which are your blocks and everything are going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, but you'll do a lot of very obnoxious based attacks, as in like you can cause bleeding on a person. Which, if you think about it, it's pretty bad. Oh, you're gonna want to block as much as you can on this. Like, I promise you, you'll want to block as much as you can in this, because that is the only thing that keeps you alive. You mean parry? No. No, not on this one. For... Thinking of a different game entirely. Yeah, you're thinking of a different game entirely. You can't block executions. There are executions where they try to block and they usually die. But usually it doesn't matter. Oh, you're talking about, what is that? Rage. Yeah, no, I know what you're referring to. I use it not very often, but that's when, if you block enough attacks, eventually you become temporarily boosted, but it doesn't last long. But yeah, there is something like that. It's just called, what is it, Rage, I think. Yeah. So, funny enough, I have a broadsword in real life. They are extremely wieldable, but the problem is with mine is it's hilt heavy. So it's like, I could do a spinning decapitation. I could do a lot of these different kills probably in real life if I took enough time to train and do that. The problem with that being said, though, is mine is unwieldy and is also a replica of a real life based sword. Or from a movie. Nice beheading, Captain. I can't remember. All I know is that I don't think I was alive when it was, you know, shown, but I was alive around the same time it was made. What do I remember about what? I have it right here. Like, hang on, give me a second. I will pull it out. Ow, that was my head. Okay. Let's see. It has a name on it here. It is Heavy Metal. At least I believe so. Let's see. Oh yeah, 2002. Handcrafted in Taiwan. 1977 to 2002 Heavy Metal 25th anniversary, I'm assuming. So yeah, I can send you a picture of it if you'd like. Get an apprenticeship. It's a good stuff. That's for the most part the hilt. The top of it is just straight up demon-esque. I'll get a picture of that too so you can see it. There you go. It's almost as big as I am. I'm 6'2". It's up to just a little bit above my diaphragm. Funny enough, my dad's 6'4" and my mom is shorter than everyone I know. So, I'm actually above average. According to my blood work, I'm above average. Hmm. Oof.
Catapult's still ready to fire.
Yeah. Dude, you're about to see something funny in a second. No, you'll see it in a second. Yeah, he literally just screamed, charge. You. I have a feeling that person just said hello. I'll just say hi. I don't know if you understand me, but hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, okay. Don't do this, bro. You could walk away with all your limbs. Listen, you could walk away with all your limbs. Nope, okay, fine. Then perish. Yeah. Guts then chop. Beautiful execution, especially because beheading. Arabic. It's Arabic. I don't know Arabic. I know a little more Russian and French than I do Arabic. I also know some Elder Fathark. Don't ask questions. Whatever tickles your pickle, whatever floats your boat. I honestly... Okay, Lawbringer, can I ask you something? Could I have your axe?
Don't have to die. Trial by combat. Right
Something.
What? Fight you? That's not a trial. That's an execution.
Yes, considering that man is literally the definition of judge, jury, and executioner. How I know? Because I used to main him.
You will be my second.
I'm not yeah, no. So, we're not fighting him. That's the Lawbringer.
If I refused, there would be a slaughter.
Dude, I love the way they hold their blades, but I much prefer Warmonger. You'll get to see her soon enough. So, here's the story behind this specific scene. They're trying to... Well, you'll hear it a little bit better, but I'm gonna explain it regardless. Essentially, they're trying to find people to join the Blackstone Legion, or the Apollyon Wolves, as is also known. And by doing so, they're creating an army to rule the world against the leadership of other knights and other kingdoms. Yeah. How you doing there, buddy? Get parried, get decapitated, twice. Yeah, you stood no chance, comrade. Hilt strike! Huzzah! I do not understand Arabic, I apologize. Yes, I know you're still at their mercy. You know why? Because guess what? You just murdered their second. Oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Will not do for a knight of the Blackstone Legion to be defeated by a common mercenary.
Ouch. He just insulted a dead man. That is rubbing salt in a wound. That was not me. I'm the one that has the engraving on his face that's wearing blue with iron armor. The gold armor is the commander. I'm the one that is currently being knighted on my behalf, but you'll see in about a minute.
Honor and service. I hold
Yeah, that's me. Well, I was already a knight, but now I'm a part of the Blackstone Legion, which, if I remember correctly, I can't remember this, but I think they end up giving me a new set of armor, and it's, I think, black steel or something a little darker than mine is.
Come on.
So, from what I understand
How I joined.
about knighting is it's supposed to be a ritual to prove your loyalty to a specific section. So essentially, they were trying to find knights to join the Blackstone Legion. So, well, if I remember correct, so the way they do it is shoulder, shoulder, and then the very back of your head since you kneel and lean down. But essentially, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to represent the cross or something like the sword. Yeah, the hilt, both the guards and then the actual hilt. It's either the cross or the hilt. I don't actually know. Anyway, but that was just the first mission. That was literally just the first of all of them. I'm not going to play the full campaign. That's ridiculously. Y-O-U-R is how you spell your. Technically your is spelled 3 different ways. Depending on the context. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you I feel like we're in Game of Thrones. No, if you want to feel like you're in Game of Thrones, I'm gonna against AI and I'm gonna literally play the most terrifying character I can be. Now here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna tell you which one's which. 1, 2, or 3. Just pick one of them. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, 1 or 2. You've chosen Centurion. You couldn't hear it, but my entire shoulder blades, half my spinal cord, and my neck popped. Ooh, I got some knuckle crunches. That means it's gonna be a good one. Dude, you want to hear what felt the best? My dad, when he popped my back, it wouldn't just pop half my spinal cord, it popped everything down to the tailbone. And you probably hear it. Alright, Jormungandr. Нет. Yeah. That was what that one other warden. But you see what I mean? You've chosen death for whatever came. Jormungandr stood no chance. You really gonna use your cast iron hammer? In fact, the sword he's using is called a gladius. What's your favorite food but breadsticks? That's a question for you. How are you, buddy? Really good. I mean, he can hear you. At least as far as I'm aware, he can. Yeah, I think so. You will kneel down before the Grim Reaper. He said he has to think about it if you couldn't hear him.
I was born by the darkness, was raised by it. You merely adopted the darkness.
What happened if I ripped that thing off your face?
It would be extremely painful
You're a big guy.
for you.
Do you ever just have someone do that for no apparent reason? Just sit here and all you hear is, "You're a pretty big guy."
For you.
Can I ask you a few questions? Sure, by all means. Go ahead. Shoot. I mean, please don't shoot me. Don't. If you're gonna shoot me, at least shoot me with a 45 ACP hollow point high velocity round, please and thank you. So that way it's as painless as possible. Pardon. Okay, the character you're about to see on screen is one of the most terrifying characters because she uses her hand for an execution. And, I mean, do you want to? Okay. Give me a second, this could be arranged. Training arena, select opponent, a warden, because what a bot. Wait, why am I putting it on auto? That is a mistake. I literally just need her to be a level 1 bot. I don't need her. She's nothing but a decoy. She's nothing to me. Bro, I could straight up pull a good old quote out, but I'm not going to because I can't remember it. Anyone who's seen The Adventures of Mark Twain, if you haven't, find it on YouTube. I found a full movie on it for free. It's great, great movie, great stop motion, technically claymation, but a really good movie nonetheless. By the way, I can tell you right now, the way she holds her sword, I could do that in real life, but my arm shakes like a motherfucker. Where are you from? Colorado. God, I wish she ripped her heart out with it too. Give me bloodlust. Oh, you're back. You'll see the execution there pretty soon. That's what I said. Dude, that's one of her default kills. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna use her other one and see. Oh my god, I forgot she did it that way. Oh, I got a headache now. You'll see. This is why I want this character. I don't often have female characters, but this one I would use all the time. Beheaded one of those default boyos. Ah yes, back to Arabic. Type to answer your question. I can't. Okay. Oh. I honestly don't know what y'all speak over there. I hate to say that, but I'm stupid. Listen, I only know how to speak very small amounts of Russian. I know how to write in Runic, Elvish, and Draconic. Don't ask questions. Draconic is freaky looking, dude. Oh, you want to know someone absolutely terrifying? I will send you an entire sentence in Draconic at some point with no context if you'd like. No, but there are really large people who are absolutely terrifying. Why don't I hold the axe? What do you mean? Like, which axe are we referring to? Are we referring to Hitokiri's axe, which is, I kid you not, probably about 1.5 pounds or less? Are you talking about Raider's axe, which is probably around the same weight? Or are we talking Griffin's? Not even an axe, but it is. There's Hitokiri, Raider, Lawbringer, Griffin. Those are the only people with axes. Then there's some flails, katanas, shorter katanas, one-hand katanas, two-hand katanas. Oh, so unfortunately that isn't a thing, but if it was, you don't understand what that could do to the game. Because I'd be pulling out a Valhalla on me, because I play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. One of the things you could do is you could dual wield the big axes like the one the Raider uses, which, mind you, is about the same size as a female in real time, which... There's the axe. It's a two-handed axe. I forgot what they called it. A Dane axe? I think is what they call it in the For Honor. Or not For Honor. I guess just in general, but you could dual wield axes or claymores, which are claymores but Viking. I just chose to use the male for a couple reasons, because in my opinion, like in this game, it's not a sexist situation. It's the fact that males are more intimidating in posture than the females. And I'll even prove my point, just so that way it gets across here. Yeah. It's true. Just, okay, here. I'll give you guys perfect examples. So, I'm going to Raider first. They're both intimidating in their own manner. But again, Vikings are intimidating. So this is just the Viking. This is how I use her. Now, if this is the female, what does the male look like? Like this. A good foot taller than she is. Some characters, yes. Some characters are stuck to one. So, Raider as a male, Raider as a female. There's like a foot difference, but the female is more terrifying if you think about it, considering Vikings, everyone fought, except for the kids. Now let's pull another one. Let's pull another rabbit out of the... Female is better for the Raider. Okay, now we have the not many though. They were usually they were able to hold an axe is the way they put it. Anyway, this is the same character. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is Warden, male. I use him male because female doesn't look all that more intimidating considering male, super beefy looking, super tall, super freaky, and the sword is up to his nose. The female, it's probably closer to her eyes. She looks pretty scrawny. Not to say she isn't, just to say it just not as intimidating. So, I choose based off of what I intend to be. So, like, for him, I always keep it as a him, because if I'm gonna rip someone in half with a beheading method, I'd rather be looking them in the face the entire time than looking at their neck. Well, yeah, that messes you up, but at the same time, there are certain exceptions to doing that. Like, the way I think of it, and literally everybody should know this by now, if you intend to kill somebody, do not look them in the eye. Because they can humanize you in that time being. Even if it's just a couple of seconds, it can humanize you, which can make you have an emotion for them, which is why 70% of serial killers never look their victims in the eye. Don't ask why I know these things. That's the thing. That's why you never look a person when you kill them. Like, yes, you can look them in the face beforehand, but you do not want to look at them when you're intending to kill them in cold blood. Don't do that. Yeah. It's a moral thing. Like, yeah, I want to kill this person, but if you start saying, "Yo, I have kids, look at them. They're literally not even old enough to raise themselves." That humanizes them. That turns them into a human being for a second, and that's plenty of time for you to shoot them or delay your death, or even get an opportunity to just go away free. It's not likely that option, but sociopaths. Sociopaths. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to show you a specific execution for Kenshi, and I want you to tell you, does it look better on male or female? Let's show you. We'll start off with the male. Well, yeah, which, that's all a preference thing, but I'm showing this out of, like, from, in this game, sometimes whether or not you choose a male or female really proves your point. So, like, I'm showing this execution now as male. That's more intimidating if you actually think about the motion and the fact that this guy could tower over 70% of people. And then I'm going to show you the female. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, that's a really cool mask. Same execution, but with a female figure. Which would you prefer? Brother, do you have Arabs? Do you hate Arabs? No, I do not hate anybody. The only reason I'd hate you is if you start telling me things wrong, or if you give me a very specific reason to hate you. For example, I'm racist. That is a straight up section where I'm just gonna look you dead in the face. Even though you can't see me look you in the eyes right now, but I can see your eyes. And let me tell you, don't be that person because I will end up hating you. But I don't hate Arabs. I actually, in high school, I actually knew a person who knew a little bit of Arabic. Hmm? You keep cutting out, my guy. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I don't hate specific races or anything. I don't hate different countries, because fun story, years ago when I streamed a lot more consistently in the Bahamas, I met people from Brazil. I met a lot of people. I think I met a couple of Arabic or Israeli people at the time. Um, I met quite a bit of people was the points. You know what? Yeah, why not? Why can't we be friends? I don't like humans, but I'll make an exception just this once. Do not say that because that is so true it hurts. I kid you not, when I used to walk home from high school, about a mile and a half walk, I had a gay buddy, and I kid you not, some guy asked if we were a couple. We went with it and said, "Yes, queen." And he even took the opportunity to carry me in his arms. Fine with it. So hearing that brings so much more memory than you realize, and it hurts because I haven't heard from this person in forever. Dude, I'm at that stage in life where I'm questioning my sexuality, so I'm sitting here like, I mainly have dated females, but I've never tried dating a guy, but I'm currently not single. Fuck. About the same age. She's 18, she'll be 19 pretty soon too. Yeah, yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to because we literally just started dating. I'm sorry, but you're a wonderful man, high moral character. I have been told stuff like that, so you don't need to apologize. I don't expect apologies. Dude, now here's the thing. If you're ever going to refer to old streams, you're going to hear at least one Hitler joke in each one. So saying that, do not refer to old streams because you do not want to know what has been said. Hiroshima? The bombing of Hiroshima? I'm 18. I can't remember. I know which one you're referring to, but I do not remember the name. Yeah. That's fucked up. But that's pretty funny. Dude, okay. You were there when I scared that other guy, right? Last night? Did I tell you? Oh, what was it? I think it was Typo. He was in a party with me, and he was like, teach me something about guns. And I asked him what kind of weapon are we. At the 911, I said the M1911 Colt. Are you referring to the talking about our more modern model? Yeah. About 30 minutes later, I was still going, and he was terrified because I told him how to bury a body, how I would bury a body, technically get rid of a body. And he started getting really concerned. He was like, dude, you need to see a psychiatrist. It was so funny, and I felt so bad, but at the same time, that's just who I am. I'm the scary one. It's worse because one time what was it? I was talking with a buddy, and huh? Oh, you mean you're gonna do the feed the pig method? Now, here's the thing. You could do it that way, or if you want to be less messy and leave less evidence, just take the body, bury it vertically underground, 6 feet or more. A bunch of dead demons. That's just fact. There is a path that where certain characters got fucking murdered. For one of the characters, there's a section where she gets caught and she ends up going to a special program that ends up getting her killed. I'm like debating on if I wanna. Yeah. I have the game. I don't play it anymore because it takes a bunch of space, and I don't really have that space right now. I'm scared to do, but I really want to look at some old sports cards that I had back when my Uncle Richie. I want to see what kind of sports cards I have in this. Fuck you talking about? Good. Be confused. Be afraid. Oh my god, dude. I'm looking through these sports cards, and I just realized how fucking old they are. Dude, I have Michael Jordan's NBA rookie card. (1992) USA basketball from Skybox. Ouch. You know, I actually have never looked up the prices of these cards, but when I did, I got through like 5 cards and they were around $100. And also, I'm not a boomer because I know how to use technology. Yeah. Because they're stupid, they invented the Tide Pod Challenge. That's why everyone hates them, because they literally caused a bunch of people to die because of the Bird Box Challenge. What was it, the Tide Pod Challenge? What other stupid things did they come up with? Oh my dear Christ almighty. Dude, I know when these cards are old, when I feel them, they feel like cardboard. Yeah, I don't touch these. Like, some of these paints are actually wearing out, they're so old. Also, these aren't even the amount of cards. Do you have Facebook? Yes, yes I do. Why do I feel like I should continue researching? I should pull out my Pokemon cards from my closet. My 2 binders. I have... I have some old cards, but I have mostly newer cards. I remember when I used to play leagues. Leagues? Pokemon leagues? What device are you playing with? PS4. That is my Magic the Gathering. I forgot I put those in there. Huh. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna take off my mic so I can grab my Pokemon cards. I'll be right back. Don't mind if you hear me go ow, because I probably dropped something on my foot. Hair! It's a book about, what was your name? Whitey Bulger. Curious for that, think these are all Pokemon. I think these are as well. Yep, those are Pokemon. And those are Pokemon. Holy crap. And then I forgot I have like 17 binders of freaking sports cards. I got a full-on old-fashioned moon pie tin from 2018. Yo, who remembers when moon pies were really good? They still are, but who remembers them? Hello, I'm back with all of my cards. How much do you have for PlayStation 4? Huh? My games? Huh? What? Huh? What am I? What were I supposed to worry about? My Virgin card? You could just say Virgin card. I'm not intending to lose it anytime soon. I'm 18 and I don't want kids. Yeah. Oh dear Christ almighty, I forgot how many Pokemon I have. Cubone, Natu, Claydol. Yeah. It's half you. Fucking phone? Did you really do the super slide? Yeah. That's one thing I couldn't do. I know... Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Crap! A Diglett card, 24/127. Oh, this is Doug Trio. Trying to remember where I put my old Legend stuff, my really old good ones. Oh, for PlayStation 4? Probably a lot cheaper now. Mainly due to the fact that supply and demand, plus PS5 being, you know, a arm and a leg. Oh, my dear Christ, is this what I think it is? Oh, my dear God, it is. We don't talk about this. Finding a bunch of old memories. Now I kind of don't want to give this back to my I don't want to give this to my brother, my younger brother. It's not... dude, if this thing was in a bag, it looked like I just walked into a Walmart and came out with everything they have. I have an old Charmander card and a Mechcarp card, I'm pretty sure. Huh. Yeah, I think that's something like that. I don't know. I'm having a hard time telling if these are... Yeah, hang on. Oh, yeah, these are old cards. Dude, I have some old cards from Pokemon. Like, I'm talking back when they used not a so thick font for telling you the HP and everything. Holy hell. Yeah, the thicker... And when they showed the level, like level... Let's see. I will send you a picture of these cards, because these are old cards, it looks like. Okay, hang on. These ones are not... These are the thicker fonts. It shows like level 25 in bold and then 90 HP. I'll show you. I'll send you a picture. Let's see, number 33, poison pin. 37, 129. Number 04, 004. I honestly don't know how old these are, but these say 2016 on them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What kind of emotional and physical impact did it have on you? What physical impact? Like, did you have an anxiety attack? Did you have a headache? Was this a little bit before, a little after, or during? During? Their malevolent spirits. But no, here's the thing. Those are symptoms of malevolent spirits. So even before the scratch, were malevolent. All I'm gonna tell you is what my mom told me. Try to ignore them as best as you can. For one simple reason. They will break you down psychologically. To a point where they can draw you to insanity, which is where you're most vulnerable, allowing them to possess you and do things with you. And there's no one to say that you aren't possessed, or you are possessed. Try to ignore them or assert dominance. Was this when you were 5 or 10? So we'll say 7 just because that's the median. Was this a house owned by a previous couple? Was anyone known to be deceased? There's a good chance it could have been a spirit that just wasn't a good person. Or perhaps because bad things happened there, bad spirits are drawn there. Hmm. Was he a drunk? Let me guess. Methamphetamine, crack, weed, painkillers. Usually those painkillers are something along the line of morphine, certain other ones. A fix. Just so you're aware, I don't know any of that. Well, that's the strange part about being partially like that. Even having a bit of psychological stuff like that can help. You want to know something worse about it? I don't want to continue this conversation, mainly because this is exactly what happened prior to my friend's, I guess you could say, reading. The one I told you about. The one who might have lost his dog, and I still don't know to this day. Let's just leave it at that for right now. All I'm gonna say is it was a malevolent spirit. Anytime you have one, say forcefully, enough for everyone to hear, but loud enough so they know. Do not come here with that. You have no power here. If it ever happens again. But that's what I said, and then it started happening again. We can. He asked if he or she asked to become friends on Facebook. We can. I need to try to find my tarot cards. I think I know where they're at, but at the same time, they aren't meant to last one day. They can last any time from the time you walk out the door to the time anything could happen. Could even happen when you're 60. Curiosity does a lot of things, but the stuff like that is something you don't want to continue luring on. That's why I said, if you're gonna ask me a question when I find my tarot cards, choose it very wisely, and try to avoid the topic of death, because sometimes those answers are a lot more painful. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that kind of stuff happens, and you never know how to explain it, but you know why. Anyway, yeah, I can't really help you there. I literally don't even have a job, but if I do, it's gonna be night shift, which means nighttime streams won't be common. I really need to recognize what color. Let's see, where is it? That's makeup. That is a paintball mask. my tarot cards. I know what the box looks like, and I even know what it says. Problem is, it's probably in my closet. And I don't want to take off my headset, because then I feel weird and I feel like I'm ignoring everybody. Well, I've been curious, and I have a question for whomever listens at that time. And you notice how I say that. A part of my, quote, religion is, a goddess and a god. So, a bit different. I'm going to take off my headset so I can actually thoroughly get into small spaces. I'll be back. How's life? Yes. Life is yes. It's not good, it's not bad, it could be better. It just kind of depends on where you live right now. Because some parts of the U.S. are just straight up in riots. Because people are stupid, as always. Which is why I warn you, if you do decide to come to America at all, I recommend do it legally as possible, and, yeah, don't do anything stupid, and don't say anything stupid to people. Because sometimes that means life or death. Because I can tell you right now, it is not a good day over here. And also, Corona sucks. Burlap for my thingy. More burlap. Howdy, Sam. Could be in there. Let's see. Boy. Can you give me a link to your Facebook page? I don't usually give out links, but I can give you a name. Or if you could, Breadstick, could you type in my name? Please and thank you. My bowling back. And have you rolling about. They're expensive. Shoe. Whatever works. Here. Okay. There goes my old scout stuff. What's that? What's you? one. Oh, these are mints. Yeah, let me just. Maybe it's not in my closet. Okay, down there. How are my tarot card junk? Good. Not there. Well, what the hell? Alright, well then. I cannot anywhere. Howdy. Howdy freaking doody. I think I remember my mom saying something about how she was gonna get us or get me a special set when she gets hers. She's gonna do a color-in version of a tarot card. And she's gonna get me a pre-done one. I don't know how long that'll be, but I will inform you in future. Nope, I ripped out my closet, checked my bookshelf, and really that's all the places I could think of that it could be. Yeah, like I said, Mega texted it. Yeah, Mega put it into the chat. That's the exact spelling and everything. Literally all you need to do. Yeah, and it should be the first one. It should have an Assassin's Creed with a couple other things. It's the Assassin's Creed with a nice sunset over the ocean. I forgot a guy on June 4th called Yenemin Soro, but when I looked at his profile picture, holy hell. Literally definition. Why do I find you so nervous? I'm just out of breath, because I literally carried a couple pounds of heavy things up and down, out of my closet, back into my closet. Very funky considering my closet's small. Plus, I'm not a nervous type. I'm just the antisocial. There is a difference. Yeah, I'm the antisocial type. I'm the guy who goes to homecoming or prom but doesn't do anything. I just go there because my friends are there. I mean, that depends. Why did you end up 18, right? Huh? Why did I end up 18? 18 years ago in 2002 when I was born? Looking on oh my dear Christ. My grandpa is so old now. Oh, there's auntie moments. So, my auntie on my dad's side is a football player, semi-professional. Yeah, both of them. She's married to my other aunt. So, my aunt is bi, but she's currently married to my other aunt. So, yeah. No, not the same blood relative. She's my auntie, and my auntie's my auntie. So, they're both on the football team. Yeah, they're both on the football team. But, both female and everything. Blood related to? Yeah, my blood related one is a part of a football team, semi-professional. She's family, but she's not blood. She's no, she's not stepfamily. Stepfamily is like my stepdad's grandma or my stepdad's mom. She's stepfamily. Yeah. Funny, you know, in my country you can even get married even if you're 12. I mean, yeah, it's different everywhere. Like I can't drink until I'm 21, yet if I went to Germany, yo, I was able to drink like 2 years ago. Yeah, look up the legal age drinking age in Germany. Well, wine isn't strong in alcohol. So yeah. Mm, well, the fermenting process just makes the flavor more or less. You're talking about potency there. Single. Smash who I want to, ignore who I want to, neglect who I want to, go where I want to, leave when I want to, enjoy my life how I want. Okay, now I disagree with that in several stages. So there's some thing here from one of the people I added a while ago, and it says single, and then it has, you know, the anagrams where it's like, here's a word, here's what it actually means. So single, smash who I want to, ignore who I want to, neglect who I want to, go where I want to, leave when I want to, enjoy life how I want to. I heard that balls sell for 500,000. Maybe sell them and go to America. It's not worth 500,000, and also it's not worth selling a testicle to do. If you're gonna sell anything, do not sell your testicles. Like, yeah, it's worth the money, but to move to America, it's not so worth it right now, considering in some sections you'd get shot for trusting police, or you just get shot because you're against the police. Well, okay, so that depends. That actually does depend. A lot of people are against Israelis here, I will say for sure. So I agree with that. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. Yeah. So let's just say it this way: when and if you decide to come here, there's a good chance that a good amount of the population in America are not gonna like you. But that's mainly because is we're still kind of against Israel right now. I'm not against it. I have no reason to say everybody's the same in one country, but yeah, and that too. So it's going to be a pain in the neck for you to do that, legally or not. And either way, something is going to end up happening towards you. Usually it's just a lot of hate, but there's not many people nowadays that are hateful more than just stupid. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to have the most problem with boomers. Boomers are old people, as in people who remember back when cell phones used to be a brick. Yeah, I know. That's pretty much a baby boomer if you think about it. I can agree with that statement right there from this 10-second video, 11-second video. Battlefield 1, disabling a bomber with a sniper. I have done that, except I used the Martini Henry when I did that. Wait, I just realized what I just said. That's actually what it's called. It's such a weird weapon. No, but I will say, the Martini Henry used to be able to kill elephants and things with thick hide. Holy shit, why was that so hard to say? Nah, I'm not. We're not talking about the five guys, one of which is a guy named Henry who drinks a martini. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Bro, I literally look over at this video and it says, "Would you rather get Rickrolled or Rickroll others?" Bro, I love Rick Ashley. It's like Rickroll others. Bro, I'm willingly gonna take that because I like old music. I'm a fucking boomer when it comes to music options. You want to here's how you know I'm old when I say that. Mr. Brightside, The Killers, was one of my top results that I looked up at some point. Let's see, what's another one? The Tetris theme, and I like the original one more than anything. Let's see. I listened to World War II ambience, Elvis Presley. Trying to find, is there anything else? I even had to look up the Predator laugh. You believe there are people who worship sadism, Hussism, and love him, despite his crime and passion as a dictator? No, I just believe people are stupid nowadays. And I don't follow politics, so we don't bring politics into this. But if you want to know my opinion on people, you're fine up until you say vaccines are not to be trusted. Or something like dark humor is the worst type of humor. Firstly, you're wrong for saying that. Bro, looking through pictures, insane. Proof Tom Cruise is a vampire. Young Tom Cruise and a young character, and then the characters now, and it's straight up just... Dude, look at freaking, not Tim Burton, Johnny Depp. You would not believe how old he is when you look at him, and how many young people roles he do. It's so scary. You say what? Yes. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yes, I know I'm lucky I'm not born in the Middle East, but I have all the stupid people, and you just have people who hate everybody. Sometimes, at least. So it's like, honestly, there could be worse things. So all I'm gonna say is, I know you were born in the Middle East, but, I was born like a year after 9/11. September 29th, 2002 was when I was born. So it's like 9/11 was in September the year before I was born. Something along that. So, honestly, I'm literally a child born around death and loss. If everyone had a mind, if the world was fine. If everyone in the world had a mind, the world would be a better place. But here's the problem with that. That's never going to happen. And even if it does, history is doomed to repeat itself. There are plenty of evidence to say yes to that statement. But at the same time, history is doomed to repeat itself will immediately cancel out peace. So, the only political statement I have to say about this is history is doomed to repeat itself no matter how hard we can try. Tell me how your country likes it. How my country likes what? Like people or in general? Because living here, well, Mother Nature is moody. So either it's on fire or it's -5 fan. But sometimes it just kind of depends on where you live. If you're living in Colorado Springs, Colorado, then you're going to have Mother Nature either kicking your dick in with cold or setting your ass on fire. And that's usually about the worst of it. You are a people and a country. I honestly don't consider myself a person, so I take offense to that because I don't consider myself to be human. But at the same time, you're new, so I'm giving you a benefit of the doubt. You didn't know that. I'm gonna use the scary hybrid. Yeah. Yeah, we're allowed to have individuality, but do people accept that knowledge? Like, I can tell you, is not liked, and is usually associated with the Hollywood representation.
Round one.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people are usually racist. They'll say they're not, plus we have lots of Karens. Yeah, hypocritical. Yeah. Let's just say 70% of people you'll ever meet are usually racist or don't like you because of a religion or... Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying that. Don't worry. I got you. 70% of people here are hypocritical. Maybe another 20% of that is just stupid people who don't believe anything. Karens. But then you're looking at it from, like, my perspective. We believe we're the good part of our generation. That may not be true, but hell... So it really all comes down to, depending on where you live, people will be absolute dicks, or there'll be a 50-50 split. But you'll never find just one or the other. Unless you go to Canada. Everyone's pretty chill in Canada, I hear.
Round three.
Like the south side of America. Yeah, avoid the south side of America. Just in general, avoid the south side of America. That's where the worst people are. Is our country beautiful like the internet? There are some places that are aesthetically beautiful. Not many. If you want to go to the most beautiful places, Wisconsin is a really pretty beautiful place. A lot of it's usually really cold there, but it's very nice. Texas, usually really warm. Winters kind of suck. Colorado has really nice mountaintops, plus Pikes Peak. Usually some good lakes. Some good creeks. Good forestation areas. Manitou is a pretty nice part of Colorado, I must say. Or it used to be. It still is. It's very, very old field. It's a very historical part of Colorado. Yeah, if you're trying to go natural, you need to be, like, living off the grid. Mexico's too... I would say, if you want to go as natural as it can be, Nevada. That place is plain desert, plus you'd be right next to Las Vegas. If you're a gambling type. Yeah.
Round one.
Yeah, they're those kind of people. But Texas is a pretty good place, too. It's actually... Yeah. Goodbye. Have a lovely... whatever time it is for you, honestly, because I don't know what time it is for you. I'm probably going to go to bed soon anyway. For me, it's 3:16. I'll probably get off right after this game because I want to try to at least wake up at about 10-ish, eat some breakfast. Literally 3 eggs, spinach, a little bit of turkey, maybe a bacon slice if I feel extra saucy. Crap, I'm all out of stamina, but it's not like I'm afraid. It's only Kenshi. It's nothing scary. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple really cool attacks. I refuse to lose to a Kenshi. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. People do that a lot because they're usually cowardly. They usually do it with assassins. They usually put on a bleeding effect when they intend to cause maximum pain. Funny enough, well, all of them have a special type of thing. All of them have, like, their own specialty. So, like, if you're gonna play assassins, most of them can cause bleeding, but if you did, like, Lawbringer, there's, if you do 3 consecutive hits to the head region, and you actually end up hitting them, you'll see this effect over their head where it causes kind of a concussion effect. It makes them really wobbly. Their screen goes a little bit gray. Stuff like that. So it really comes down to, like, how do you want to be? Do you want to be the harasser? Do you want to be an absolute warlord? Because you can be. So it comes down to preference. Yeah, they have something like that. Here, do you want me to run you down through the classes, what they can do, what they're capable of? Well, if you need it, I can do it. I don't mind. Dude, it's fine. I used to stay up until morning and I'd sleep until, like, by the time everyone else was going to sleep, so about 9:30, 12. So, yeah. So, it's not of concern. And plus, usually it's pretty straightforward. The only difference is it depends on which hybrid you're dealing with, or heavy, vanguard, assassin. There's 4 classes, each are different in their own manner. So, like, haha, funny number. Alright, well, uh, do you want recommendations for assassins? Okay. Firstly, screw Peacekeeper. She's trash. I don't even need to explain why. You can try her out when you get here. When and if you get here. I recommend Glad. Connect. Let me try that again. Gladiator. Shaman. Orochi. Noxia. And I'm going to say Shaolin even though he's a hybrid. Shaolin uses a bow staff. Monk, so he's extremely good. Because Shaolin is a monk, and monks are usually heavily implemented in the Mortal Kombat series. There is a guy named Shaolin. I don't think he was a bad guy. I can't remember, though. Anyway, Nuxia pretty much has those cool hook blades that you can see there. Shaolin just uses a bow staff. Shinobi is a good option, and Orochi. Um, Pretty straightforward characters. Shaman is predatory, blood trance, and fast attacker, which means she is quick. She also uses a small bearded axe and a kukri, essentially. The hooks, yeah. And then Gladiator's just a terror. Like, I wish I was kidding. He has an execution where you get punched in the face, and he just decks you so hard it kills you. And he does it barehanded, usually. You'll see it here in a second. He has a lot of really good executions. Who? He has overall the best setup in my opinion. A trident, which can also be turned into 7 pikes on it. I can't remember what that's called. Uses a buckler shield, which is not a very big shield, but is a very well wieldable shield. Plus, he can attack for like a solid minute straight, and he's a mix-up intensive, which makes him a bit difficult, but at the same time, after you use him like 2 games, you'll be perfect with him. Possibly. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, honestly, let's see when you get there what you're more comfortable with, and then we'll see. You do know you can make a forge at home, right? So, yeah. No, there's actually a little bit of a better option. You can you can thoroughly make like a perfect like for metal stuff if you're gonna or in general heating of metals. You can get blow torches or something along that line and make like a thorough forge. Like, yeah. So you're meaning like you're talking like katanas, broadswords, spears. Um, I will say one thing when you start doing things bigger than a knife, I would like you to make me a gladius or one of the swords that Spartans from 300 would use. Those are recommendations I would do for myself because those I love. Hmm. Yeah. What was it? I think that's supposed to be a threefold method or something like that. And you know what's funny too is if you're gonna make katanas, they're so sharp when you finish making them, you have to cut over into something, whether it be a mat or something, because that's how you truly test if your blade is ready. So that way, well, yeah, but there's a couple different tests you have to do. So you have to firstly like make sure it's comfortable to grip with, and when you're striking, it doesn't hurt your hand. It's a well balanced blade. It's wieldable. Sharpness, if you intend to do it for that. Because what was it? My yellow grandpa, which is what I've called him for a long time, told me he has a buddy who's able to do these kind of tournaments where they do real life versions of this. So if at some point that is something you want to do, hell, I will straight up be a sponsor for you, as much as I can be. Hey, bros before hoes, and I got no hoes, so bros. Okay. Do you want to know if you want to do armor as well? Do you want to know what kind of armor sets I would do as well? Okay. One is currently being shown. I'm spinning him around so that way you can see him. If you can't do that helmet, it's fine. I'll probably do the Black Prior. Yeah, so if you look at his arms, something like that, his shield, I'll probably do the shield. So something along that would be pretty cool. Yeah, like thoroughly making. Because those competitions, you can break bones. It's cool. I want to get into that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I'm kind of a bitch. um, gladiator-based armor, that stuff is fantastic. Chainmail just requires patience. That's not even a heated element. That is just you require so much patience. If you want to do that, we can do that, but I would not recommend it. No, 70% of medieval-based armor was almost always chainmail, small amounts of cloth, and about 55 pounds in total of gear, excluding your weapon. Yeah, you had to have that regardless. Yeah. Usually it's pretty chaotic. Hi, friend. To my page with comments. Okay. Well, no. So the way you're supposed to use these is they actually completely go over. Like a chest piece goes a little bit over your shoulders, and then it's a sleeve that attaches to that top part. So even if you lifted your arms up, there is chainmail there. It's just not comfortably there. Yeah. Which, again, it's not likely someone in those competitions does that because they don't do stabs and they do use chops, but they mostly aim for your arms, legs, and head. And your body, since that's kind of easy. There's a couple different sections, actually. There's a couple sections. There's a major artery in one of your legs. I think it's both of your legs or one of your legs. I can't remember. Certain parts of your arms and your underarm, your armpit, the jugular, and you could also do the 5 deadly stabs, which technically doesn't make it lethal, but it's only lethal because you can't do anything after that. And if people were joking, or if people were thinking I didn't know the 5 deadly stabs, here, let me show you them. Nope. Close, but no cigar. It's actually, so where are your kidneys? The back side of your sides, correct? No, the abs aren't organs. They're actually muscular bits. The closest one to your organs are actually on your abdomen. So, okay. So, go to your diaphragm with both of your hands. Now split your hands just enough so you can feel your ribs, and then go down just a little bit, kind of closer to your hips. If you push there with your index and middle finger, those are 2 of the 5 deadly stabs. The next 2 go towards go in between your arms, like the section the section to your top part of your shoulders and the ones that are actually connected to your arms. So So go to your collarbone, go to your shoulder, in between the two of those, in the soft meaty bits. Poke there, and you could feel that. You could feel that. Yeah, the little meaty bits there that separate your shoulder and your collarbone. Essentially, if someone stabs you in any of those four spots, those spots become disabled because those are the immediate connections to your body, specifically your legs and your arms. The last one is usually anything above the shoulders, so the neck and above. But usually they associate it with the neck because the jugular. So, yeah. Yeah, the bullet itself won't kill you, but the placement of the bullet will. If it hits you in the stomach, actually your bile will kill you. Your stomach acid and everything will corrode you from the inside out. That's where placement comes in. So that's why I was saying placement, because technically that's a placement, your stomach. So it's placement and caliber that you have to factor in for. And that's also to consider specialty munitions. So like a hollow point compared to a normal 45, that's a lot worse. So here's the difference. Normal caliber goes straight through you. Hollow points break up in your body, so they expand and then break into several pieces, usually up to 7. They don't do it for hunting. They don't do it for hunting, and it's banned by Geneva Convention. It's more so a self-defense round, if anything. But you have to be careful where you shoot somebody with that if you're trying to be non-lethal. Like if you shot somebody in the arm, good chance you've already severed something really important. Or if you didn't cause that to happen, their bones did. Same thing with the knee. Shoot a person in the knee with a hollow point. You'll hit that major artery and that will kill them. Mm-mm. Not with a gun. Not with a gun. With a gun, abdomen. Anything from your chest below your neck to your pretty much right about where your waistline stops or begins. And that is true, but you can't do that because if you shoot somebody in the leg, it could hit that major artery and they will bleed out before medical attention unless you live right next to a place where medical attention is provided. And in the arm, who knows where that bone's going to go? Yeah, the castle rule, the castle law. If you feel an immediate threat, yeah, if someone's trespassing and you have reason to believe that this person is armed, dangerous, and can considered a threat to anybody in your general region, you have by all means legal right to kill them. But there are some loopholes that could prove innocence or guilt. Yeah. In Colorado, that's not really a law, but we have a law similar. It's still the castle law, but we still have the castle law over here. Except, shh. Hang on, be quiet for a second. What the fuck was that? Either fireworks, gunshots in a very far distance, or something else. You could hear that from my mic? Dude, it's pitch black. Who the fuck is out at 3 in the morning setting off fireworks? Probably 4. 3:37 a.m. About 4 now. Dude, now my flight or flight just kicked in when I heard that. By the way, my Israeli friend, when you come to America, do not hesitate to be willing to buy a gun, because there's a good chance you might need it someday. No, people will sell it to him as long as he's a legal citizen and he doesn't have a record. It also depends on what model you're buying, especially nowadays. If you're trying to buy a fully automatic, they usually have restrictions. As in, like, if you're going to buy an automatic, you can't buy anything else other than that. And you also have to stay within a specific guideline, weapon-wise. Yeah, so, well, I mean, you could buy automatic weapons, but there are some heavy restrictions for it, and you also have to get a special license. So, like I said, be careful, especially nowadays. People hate everybody, and there's enough problems as it is. So do be careful, and I recommend probably buy a shotgun and some 12 gauge, if possible. If not, buy yourself a handgun. 1911 is a good one. Or if you want a cheap rifle, buy the Mosin gun. Brand new is dirt cheap. Less than 1,000, actually less than 500 usually. And it's a cheap cartridge. But here's the thing, 30-06 and the M1 Grand are hard buys, and they're not made as much anymore. But a Mosin gun is still mass-produced, World War II, and more reliable, actually. Like, up to 500 meters iron-sighted, you could still hit a person square in the chest. No, Mosin. The Mosin gun. Oh, no, it is. It's a Mauser. Yeah. They don't just call it a Mauser, but there's a very specific name, and it does have Mauser in it. There's even a Swedish Mauser sniper rifle. It's based on a P90. You wanna hear something stupid? Someone thought the KN-44 was based off of an M4 platform. I literally had to yell